All right, let's talk about one of Dungeons & Dragons' most iconic and maybe most misunderstood classes. Today, we're grabbing our great axes and we're diving deep into the Barbarian.
So, when I say the word barbarian, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably some big, muscle-bound warrior in a loincloth, right? The kind of hero who solves every problem by hitting it? But is that really all there is to it? Let's find out. For way too long, the Barbarian has been stuck with this reputation as, the simple class, the dumb brute, the one-note smasher for players who just want to hit stuff. But today, we are going to completely bust that myth wide open. Because the reality is a class that's tactical, deeply customizable, and just bursting with creative potential.
Okay, so to understand the Barbarian, we've got to start with the core mechanics, and it all begins with their absolute signature move. First up, Rage. Now, this isn't just about, getting ticked off. Think of it more like a battle frenzy. You tap into this primal power source and bam, you're suddenly hitting way harder and you're way, way tougher to take down. It's the engine that powers the entire class. And then there's Reckless Attack. This is where things get really interesting tactically speaking. It's a choice you make every single turn. You can basically decide, you know what, I'm gonna go all out and make it way easier for me to land this hit. The catch, well, you're also making it easier for them to hit you back. It's that classic high-risk, high-reward gameplay, and it feels awesome.
So how do they survive all that reckless attacking? Well, look at this. A D12 hit die. That is the single biggest hit die in the entire game. Nobody else gets this. It means you have more hit points than pretty much anyone else at the table. You are quite literally built to take a punch.
And all that toughness, it's not just for soaking up damage in a fight. It's freedom. It means you're the one who can say yes to the party's craziest ideas. You can be the one to jump out of that window, to tackle the monster off the cliff, to hold up that collapsing roof. Why? Because you've got the raw hit points to actually walk away from it. You can take the brakes off and just go for it. Okay, so the mechanics are cool, but let's talk about the role-playing, because this is where that meathead stereotype really falls apart. Yeah, the ability is called Rage, but that does not mean you have to be angry all the time. So I want you to think about this for a second. What if your rage isn't actually anger? What if it's something else entirely? This one simple question just blows the doors wide open for your character concept. I mean, just check out some of these ideas. Your rage could be a state of hyper-focused, zen-like calm, or maybe it's that mama bear instinct kicking in when your friends are in danger. It could be a terrifying Jekyll and Hyde transformation you struggle to control, or a divine warrior channeling the power of their god. The possibilities are endless.
So with that in mind, you are not stuck playing Conan. You could be a gentle giant like Ferdinand the Bull, who only fights to protect the innocent. Or think about a noble leader like Captain America. His rage isn't anger, it's just this unstoppable will, that I can do this all day attitude. The sky is the limit here.
And the customization just keeps going. At third level, you get to pick your Primal Path. This is your subclass, and trust me, this choice completely changes how you play and totally shatters that whole one-trick pony idea.
And the variety is just incredible. You could be a totem warrior, connecting with nature spirits to become a defender or a scout. Or a zealot, who's basically a holy wrecking ball for their god. How about the ancestral guardian? You literally protect your team with the ghosts of your ancestors. And if you just want to cause some delightful mayhem, well, there's always wild magic. There's a flavor for everybody. So yeah, these paths are the final nail in the coffin for that one-note smasher myth. They give you all sorts of unique abilities, not just for fighting, but for helping the party outside of combat too. It makes the Barbarian one of the most thematically cool martial classes in the game, hands down.
So after all that, busting the myths, digging into the mechanics, and the role-playing, what's the bottom line? Who is the Barbarian actually for?
Well, let me ask you this. Are you new to D&D? The Barbarian is perfect. It's easy to learn and super effective. Do you love being right in the middle of the fight, hitting hard and being the toughest person on the field? This is your class. Or maybe you're a creative role player who wants a simple, solid foundation to build a really deep and memorable character on. If you said yes to any of those, the Barbarian is for you.
So the next time you're rolling up a new character, I hope you'll give the Barbarian a second look. Think beyond the stereotype. Are you ready to build a hero who's defined not by their muscles, but by their incredible, unbridled passion?
And hey, if you're feeling inspired to get a game going, whether you're playing a Barbarian or running the whole adventure, we've got you covered. Check out the description below. There's a link to some really amazing Dungeon Master assets, from fantastic free tools to a full marketplace to help you build your next legend.